Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the knot. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them Chaucer cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hot. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye. I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be, I gotta stay. Put me some in the can of this dry. Riding in special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. Shenanigans and burgers, she cannot decide. The ladies, Mercedes, here go to surprise. Don't sleep on Miss Lady, her ride. Bet while I'm gripping her size. Big and mad bet, this ain't regular size. We really fly, we like pelican glide. You ain't slick, I can tell her disguise. Upgrade at my wrist, put her gas in the sky. She think I might sign her and change her whole life. I told her to goggle and work on her highs. Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the knot. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them Chaucer cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hot. I run it like Nike.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Today, a fun matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Leading the Vikings here, head coach Kevin O'Connell. His side staying on the road to begin the year. They got that win last week, hoping to do the same now. Running the show across the field, that's the head coach of the Lions. His guys also able to start the season with a win, so somebody's going to leave here with a 2-0 record after this one. Glad to have you with us, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call. That is punter Jack Fox with the honors here. And here we go from the Motor City. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important. We don't think talk about enough, Kate. Do your guys in the huddle want to play for you? Do they believe in you? Everywhere J.J. has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed.
That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Has a big strike to Addison. And they make the tackle at the 38. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, it's Mason. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Finds his fullback. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Now give it to Mason. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As a corner in this league, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. sack forces a now tougher third down.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but they never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
And it's fourth down.
Ryan Fitzgerald lining up for the field goal. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. Fitzgerald sends this through. Following the play, one of the Vikings in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff.
Set to kick off.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. They're led out by the Colorado and Jackson State products. It's Shedeur Sanders.
People who get stuck on the last name or draft day fall will lose sight of the QB that this guy can be in the NFL. Confidence is a funny thing, especially from the outside, to judge what it may look like, what it may sound like, but I know this. You've got to have it to play in this league.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. To the air, Sanders. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. To the air on first down, Sanders. Gets him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 44 here on second down. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Got it. Ready?
Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's short of first after a mild gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. They'll go. It's Sanders. And they don't get the catch they need there. That hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, Well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
First play in the drive. Here's Mason. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Off play action. It's McCarthy. Downfield. He's got Hawkinson. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Drop flat. First guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Vikings with 10 to go still on 2nd down. Another run for Mason. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Now the Lions calling a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a 1st down too.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Right on the doorstep now. Here's 1st and goal from inside the 1. Mason hits the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grow their lead just before halftime. This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings make it a 10-point ball game.
10, Lions nothing.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Reed. All right, so he'll get this up to about the 30 before he goes out of bounds. Detroit getting its offense set for their 2nd drive. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Sanders. Screen here for Gibbs. Has some daylight through the 40. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Detroit calls timeout to get 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Let's go.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. Hits his running back. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Get it. Go.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
3rd and short here. Sanders. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball on the 45. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Taken in by Williams outright. We will not get any further. Plenty of progress already.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. This from 40 on the right hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. We will not get another play here, Brock. That's Sweeney. Time's going to run out on the half. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much.
Well, apologies to our buddy Scott Hansen. We're going to catch up with you after this one, Scott. We're going to jump past halftime, get you right back to the start of the second half. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. Out come the Lions. They've got the first series of the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Lions the first.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Another one for Gibbs. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. He gets a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
That's good for a Lions.
Play action, Sanders. Downfield is fine, St. Brown. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Sanders now. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Motion.
3rd and long for him here. Checks it down to Gibbs. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
From the 5-yard line, looks like they're going to try it here on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Play action, McCarthy. Hauled in left side. And they're not going to stop him until he gets out to that 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. McCarthy to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today. Because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Going on 3rd, McCarthy. That's caught. This is Addison. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. They're set up at the 35 now. Off the option, Mason. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Running once more with Mason. This is ahead for about 5. That was Leaque Williams in on the play. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Vikings ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And this will hit the goal line and then go into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. On 1st down, here's Sanders. Short pass brought in. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the 30.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Working out of the gun. Sanders. Pass complete to Slaw. Takes out a one-stop. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That one hits for 30. And that gives the Lions the first.
First and 10.
To the air, Sanders. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Comes up empty on that one. So 2nd down coming up. They'll toss it to Gibbs. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. Running for the marker, it's Gibbs. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down.
Let's go.
Desperation time here. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet. It gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To the air on 1st down, Sanders. It's inside the 10. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions now trail by just a point in the 4th. Kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
Mason will try this one up the gut. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
On the shotgun, McCarthy. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
First down, Minnesota.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Vikings pushing to get within range for a game winner. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
He'll look to throw it. He's going to tuck it and run. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first.
A gain of 12.
Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They'll come up 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Finds his fullback. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive.
And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Brings in the kick at the 9. Making some progress here. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. The Lions and quarterback Shedeur Sanders ready to get back to work. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense will probably rather forget.
Ready.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Back to throw. Screen here for Gibbs. Continuing to move past the 45. He gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the first down, too.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here he is to throw. Downfield is fine, St. Brown. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he gets on the touchdown! Now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Coach did not hesitate there. He held up those 2 fingers right away. They're going to try for this win.
The Lions will set
He's throwing for it. It's caught. And he's going to run in for 2. Oh, they gambled the entire game on that call. And now they're in line for the win. Fox now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just serves it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
He'll step up, and there he goes. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 47. Has a big strike to Addison. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Mason gets it from the gun. He scampers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now. So they call a timeout. So that is their final one. And with time left for maybe 2 plays, let's see what they do. Do they chance it, or do they just kick it now?
At the 24-yard line.
So on to decide the game. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. And his kick is blocked. And this is picked up inside the 35.
You know, even on the best of snaps, the difference between a good kick and a block is really a fraction of a second. Kid, it's why we see those special teams coaches out there with a stopwatch, because they know every millisecond matters, and it just showed up right there. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0.
Yeah.